everybody, it's Jennifer from the Rust Belt Chronicles, and I am here in Cleveland before a great show at the Grog Shop featuring Call Me Christ, Wednesday 13, and Nightclub, who is sitting here with me now.
Hello.
Hi. Guys.
Hi.
How's the tour going?
It's going really well. We're about 2 weeks in, I think.
2.5. Well, I mean, we played with a Perfect Circle for a few dates before.
Mm-hmm.
So
kind
the
so
tour
basically
started
you've been on
and
the
then it
road
stopped.
for a while.
Yes.
3 weeks probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the cleanest we've ever been, probably, but we've been living on a bus for a couple weeks, so we're in that kind of headspace. But it's been good. The shows have been really good. Just cool meeting everybody, and the show's been great.
So, for those of you who have not seen them before, this is the band. They are a duo, Wonder Twins, and they do an amazing job, an amazing show, very high energy. How did you guys come together to form this?
About 7 years ago.
We met 7 years ago.
We met 7 years ago, and about 6 years ago, we just kind of realized we both had the same sort of taste in music and stuff, and an uncanny taste in music where we really like
very strange references,
very obscure things and very mainstream things, and we weren't afraid to like Katy Perry at the same time as Ein Stolzer Neubauten, or liking really disparate things. And I think that kind of evolved into maybe we should try and do some music together. Emily had done a bunch of songs on her own. I'd been in a bunch of bands before, and so we were just like, let's just try and write some music. And then I think we liked how it turned out, that we were like, maybe it should be a band. And then that's kind of where the name Nightclub came from, because we just worked at night, and just it was our little club of writing songs and stuff.
Yeah. Now, I heard that you've not been classically trained as a singer, but you seem really confident up there. So how?
Now I am. Kind of. When we first started, I'd only just kind of sang casually. Like both my parents sang, and my dad was a musician and a well-known kind of New Jersey band. But for me, I've always kind of just done it as a hobby, just singing in my car or whatever. I didn't really think that I could do it, seriously. I didn't really think that was an option at all. I had no confidence really of doing that, So, yeah, when we first started, I was just like, I'll demo some songs and maybe try to sell them or something. We kind of had that, mindset. And then he kind of convinced me you should try to actually do this. And I was petrified. I didn't think I could do it at all. Thought I was terrible. So I think, it's just taken years to, get to where I am. And I think I don't know, I still get very nervous before playing. I'm like a mess.
Yeah.
But I think I'm definitely way more confident now than I was 6 years ago.
That's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't show on stage. So
thank you.
And it's nice to hear that. I think it's nice for people to hear that too, especially young people that might be considering music and maybe just don't have the confidence yet to hear someone that looks confident on stage say, it wasn't always like this, like that.
Right.
That's huge.
I'm still very insecure about a lot of things. It's not completely all confident all the time.
Not all gone yet. But
yeah, it's
I told her
it does
early
get
on.
better.
I told her early on that this works almost with most bands. It's like you just got to go on tour, play to nobody for a few years, and you will eventually become a performer, because it just forces you.
Yeah.
Because if you force yourself to go on tour, it will force you into it.
Sink or swim, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a survival, mechanism.
Yeah, you either quit because you can't handle it, or you get better.
Yeah. Thankfully, apparently you got better, so you're here today.
Yeah.
I've heard your music described as a lot of different things, but I think my favorite is dark pop that I've heard, because I think that just fits so well, not just the sound, but lyrically. How did that mesh together for you? Obviously there's pop influences that you've already spoken about, like Katy Perry.
Totally, yeah. We both love pop music. I've listened to pop my whole life, but, I definitely think we lean more towards liking darker music.
Yeah.
So I think when we write, it just sort of naturally goes in that direction. I think we've tried to write happy songs before, and it just does not happen.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's just
wired.
not. Yeah, it's just not a natural thing for us. So I don't know. I think it's just a natural direction.
Yeah, I think, and the thing with a lot of dark music, not all dark music, but a lot of dark music, is it sometimes intentionally wants to be atonal or not memorable or not catchy. It's almost like that if it's catchy, that's bad.
Yeah.
Right.
And we don't believe that. We believe that every part of the song, the bass line, the drums, everything should be catchy. Everything that we do should be catchy. Because that just means it's memorable. and that it's singable and that people will want to listen to it repeatedly because they like listening to it.
Yeah.
It's memorable. And so I think that... Oh, black cat.
I've been trying to find
I'm gonna take that as a good luck.
We've been on like a cat seeking. We haven't seen a cat on tour, and that's the first one.
Dark pop, dark
There
cat.
it is.
Like,
Yes.
Black cat
Oh.
creeping along.
Anyway.
But basically, yeah. I mean, so it's been described in a lot of ways of like a combination of this and a combination of that. But I think the reality is we write dark minor music that's catchy.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it says in my life, but some of your songs, I'm like Dear Enemy, I'm like, that's a pretty happy song to me. Like, kind of telling someone to like F off, basically. And
Yeah, I mean, that song came from a very dark place. But, again, I think it's just because it's catchy, it just sort of takes on a more joyful sound or something.
Sometimes
I don't know.
people need to hear that. Sometimes your enemies need to hear that stuff.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
think it's positive.
Yeah.
So I've mentioned just the two of you. Do you feel like there's an advantage to that when you're putting together your music?
Yes.
And
Yes,
your tours?
absolutely. Yeah.
When you go on tour with a bunch of other bands, you realize how much of a struggle. And I've been in bands with a bunch of people, but just watching it again now in a duo, like everyone that's in these bigger bands with multiple people, they're always having just flare-ups. Just because that's just people. The more people you put in a room, someone's gonna have a
more
problem
drama,
with the room.
More
just a recipe for
opinions
disaster. Yes.
And we just get along so well and are on the same page about music, lyrically, just about the way we even want to tour and things like that. So we just don't really... The biggest arguments we probably have are about music, strangely, kind of about... I don't think we should do that. I don't think that works. Or, we'll have these kind of conflicts
More in like
of
the
that.
songwriting sessions, yeah.
Yeah, it's about the
To
song.
kind of get out of the way before
But
you
not
hit the
like,
road.
but in terms of like the direction of the band, like never any difference.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah.
It's always just been about, hey, could this song be better, or could this change, or could that change?
Yeah.
But it's just so much easier to be in a duo because we just
less
we
people to
do
have to
everything.
listen to.
We do everything together. We write all of it together.
Yeah.
We write every single part of it together, and we make it together, and we go play it together. And it just, it would be weird if all of a sudden there was a third person that then said, I don't really like that.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, wait, we really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the dynamic of a lot of bands. It's a difficult dynamic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Is there anything, you said you've been on tour for a while now, and I know you've been on tour with Combi Christ before. Have you learned anything from being on some of these tours with some of these bands that like tour nonstop?
Yeah.
Boy, I
Good
I
or
gotta
bad? Like, we
Yeah.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely like this tour. We've been more up close and personal with Combi because we're on the same bus as them and we're around them, and I think it's like I really respect it because they've done it for a long time and they've learned how to do it together and figure out that this person's going to do this part of the touring and this person's going to do this, and everyone's kind of assigned their jobs.
It's like a machine.
They've kind of figured out how to do it,
Yeah.
and and just the thing I keep taking away every night is they're just great live. They're just a great live band, and so I'm sort of in awe every night just watching them because they're just an incredible live band. And that always is inspiring to me.
Yeah.
Because, I don't want to shit talk, but a lot of bands aren't good. I don't know. Just a lot of bands are not good.
And then the album, and then you go see them live, and you're like,
yeah, and then you go see a band.
It's the same person.
We're touring with a band where every night you're like, wow, those guys are really.
So it just makes you want to be better every night.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely helps us. Cause
Yeah,
we're,
ups our game for sure.
Yeah. Because we definitely like feed off of other bands and other energies. So I think it just makes us better ultimately.
That's great.
Oh.
They have some amazing videos online too that really, really kind of match the music well. Some videos I feel like take away from the song, or some videos are just don't make any sense of the song. But one thing I've noticed is like everything I've looked at of yours, it's really like goes with the lyrics. It really goes aesthetically with the sound, which is pretty impressive. Do you come up with the concepts, or do you reach out for help in that area? Or
it kind of, I don't always do it. I mean, I make all the videos, but sometimes we'll have an idea about something that we want to do, and then I figure out a way to execute it, you know. But we definitely, like, sometimes like a video will be like, hey, we want to do a video like this. And then when it's finally said and done,
Like an
it's not like
inspiration,
like literally our first video for a song called Love Struck was like, we wanted to do something like Danzig Mother, like the way it was shot.
Yeah.
It's not, has nothing to do with that song, but it was just the way it was visually was shot. And then it doesn't really look like that, but it evolved into another thing.
Yeah.
But they're always, I think I've gotten better at them as time's gone on, and I'm trying to incorporate what they are lyrically and what they're about. And also, I'm so bored with most people's videos because they just stand in a warehouse and then and it's camera goes like this, and it's just really boring. And I want to watch videos that are engaging.
What's happen now?
Yeah, like that. I think we got to the point where people now go, I wonder what their next video will be like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I think I mean, you should be doing that with your music too. I mean, you should be doing that, I think, on every level of being an artist, really.
Yeah.
So album coming out
Yes.
soon, right?
August 24th.
August 24th, and the latest single is going to be off that album.
Yes.
Yes.
So the
Okay.
latest single, Candy Coated Suicide, came out, was it May 18th? So a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's on the first single from the new album.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's like a pre-order now, but I think we're going to release another song from it when we start the European leg of this tour. But then the full album is out on August 24th.
Never-ending touring with Combi.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna get very sick of us.
I know. They're the sweetest, though, man.
Yeah.
They just really took us under their wing and have helped us. And it's such a nice thing that a band to do, because so many bands don't help other bands, and it's really awesome to see when bands do help other bands. They've just been great, like asking us to go on this tour after the Lord's tour, and then asking us to go to Europe with them. It's just super cool.
That's awesome. Well, so where can people go to find all your music and your merch? And I mean, now with social media, there's like a million different access points, but what do you...
So, I mean, our handle that we always use is a nightclub band. So it's like facebook.com/nightclub band, Instagram, nightclub band, Twitter, nightclub band.
And then we have
it's
Nightclub.
www.nightclubband.com. Everything's on iTunes, Amazon, like it's everywhere.
Spotify, whatever.
Spotify.
And a note to everyone, if you just type in nightclub,
Yes.
just also put in the word band.
Yeah.
And then it'll save you a big headache
Yeah.
of trying to find something.
The littlest things make a difference.
Right.
online.
And also,
Exactly.
if you're going to tag it, a hashtag, I'm just instructing people, sorry. Just hashtag it nightclub band, because no one's going to find it under nightclub.
It'll get very buried.
Very frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
we wish you guys best of luck on the rest of this tour and with the new album coming out.
Awesome,
And we
thank
will
you.
link everything to this video so you can find them and find their stuff. And keep it out for our pictures and article at westvillechronicles.com. Thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.